For the second time in 3 years, the Terriers started the season with 2 home games, as BU welcomed the Albany Great Danes on Monday night. Nick Havner was revved up from the start as he scored 15 of his career-high 19 points in the first half.
Hits the free throw and then checks out of the game as Havner hits the mid-range jumper.
Travis Charles was the story for Albany as he scored 10 points to go along with 5 rebounds in the first half. However, it was the freshman Walter White who had his true Terrier moment at the end of the first half, giving BU a 40-38 lead going into the locker room.
Tyler Scanlon doesn't get the roll this time. Wow. How about the tip by Walter White? And at the buzzer, the length of the floor shot doesn't go. So the Terriers on the tip-in just before the buzzer from Walter White.
In the second half, Albany continued their relentless attack at the basket as David Nichols finished with 20 points. BU saw a glimpse of the future as freshman Javante McCoy was the second Terrier in double figures, finishing with 15.
Walter White with the steal, and he will get a dunk at the buzzer, which will change only the final score, but not the outcome, as the Great Danes go to 2-0 with an 88-74 win.
Albany ended a 10-game losing streak to the Terriers as the Great Danes won it 88-74. The Terriers will head to UConn on Sunday for a 6 p.m. tip. The pregame show will begin at 5:45 p.m. on the Terrier Sports Radio Network. Back here at the roof for a final time as the Terriers drop to 0-2, losing to Albany 88-74. I'd like to welcome in the newest assistant coach for the Terriers, Jack Perry. Coach, first of all, welcome. You're going to get very familiar with this.
Thanks. It's good to be here. Very excited.
Well, I wanted to talk to you, obviously, about the result of this game. You look at the first half. Certainly, it's a small sample size, but you had to love what you saw from the Terriers in the first half, getting that early lead.
Yeah, our whole game plan was to one, take Cremo and Nichols out of the game, and we did a really good job of that in the first half. Their bigs ended up hurting us a little more, so the game was a little bit closer than we would have liked. We got Steyer in foul trouble, but the kid came in off the bench, had 10 points, had some offensive rebounds, and the kid Travis Charles really hurt us in the first half. We had that 2-point lead. We felt pretty good, especially offensively. Second half was a different story.
We saw a little bit of zone in the second half, but it just seemed like Albany, no matter whether it was zone or man-to-man, they just kept going to the basket, and at some point it was just too much to handle.
Well, again, we played about 22 minutes, and then after that, we fell apart in a lot of different ways. A lot of young guys played a lot of minutes early on in that first half. Second half, I thought they really struggled containing the basketball, both our guards and our forwards, and then they just dominated us on the glass. They had beat Iona by 20 on the glass. That was a big key for us to keep them off the glass. They really put it to us both on the glass and attacking the basket.
I wanted to ask you about Nick Havner, career-high 19 points. The spark he was in the first half, it just seemed like he was impossible to guard in those first 20 minutes.
He's a really talented kid. We got to keep him on the floor. The first 2 games, there's been some foul issues for him. But if we can keep him on the floor, that's what he does in practice. He can really attack the basket, make the mid-range jump shot. He's a tough cover.
It doesn't get any easier in the schedule. UConn on Sunday. We'll see you in Hartford.
Sounds good. Yeah.